Well, hello!
Hello.
Good day to you.
Good day.
It is a pleasure to come through.
I'm glad.
Hmm. Yes. I have not spoken with the two of you before.
No?
Yes, I've heard much around the water cooler.
And what are they saying these days?
All good things, I assure you.
So to what do we owe this pleasure?
Well, you opened the doorway, and
Fair.
I decided to pop in and say hi.
Well, hello.
Hello to you. I am settling into this vessel.
Take your time.
Oh dear. They were not joking about past lifetimes.
No.
So, to be clear, before I merged, I did not have access to all of this information. But now that I am cohabitating with this vessel, he is giving me access, and seriously, you two came as a lifetime as hydrogen atoms.
Yes.
That's cool. Hmm. I am an energy that smooths things over. Sometimes I come in, and to be clear, this is not necessarily why I am here for you two. I'm just giving you background as to my skill set.
Okay.
It is a. Hold, please. This vessel is telling me I need to adjust my volume. It is. Sometimes life gets bumpy, and there are cracks. And
Hmm.
sometimes I help fill in the bumpiness and the cracks. Can you
Sounds like a
think.
good skill to have.
Yes. Can you think of an example of where this energy might be helpful at?
I don't know. Life is pretty messy. It seems like it could be really helpful.
Yes. I can be quite in demand.
I would imagine.
To be clear, not everybody gets my assistance, though. Can you think of why they may not?
Because sometimes those bumps and those cracks are lessons that need to be learned.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
They need to ask for me. They need to be vibrating at a frequency in which I can come in. As you know, not everybody can vibrate up to a 5 on the scale. And I was very clear with this vessel that you both needed to be at a 5 for me to be able to come in. Let us examine that. You need to be vibrating at a 5 for me to come in. Can you see any challenges with that?
Well, you have to be able to reach a five and maintain it.
Yes. And how easy do you think that is for somebody going through some bumps?
Probably not.
Probably not. This is why your reaction to the situations that you appear to be in on Earth, and I use appear very deliberately, Your reactions are so important. To not go into that state of fear. To look at things from the standpoint of what wonderful lesson can I be learning from this situation, even if it seems like everything is on fire around you. I am not energy that comes in to rescue. I am not energy that fills in the lumps and bumps and cracks when you are in fear. I cannot go down to those vibrational levels. But what I can do is when you look at things from the perspective of curiosity, of learning, then I can make things seem a little less bumpy so that you can have the opportunity to savor the most from the lesson without that tug, maybe a little bit of the fear, for you have already chosen by free will to not engage in that level, that frequency, that vibration. And so I can just like make it not pull at you quite as much. Does that make sense?
It does.
How wonderful I exist for you.
Yes.
And I am available to everyone, just so you know. This vessel wants to call me the smooth energy.
So, what has been your favorite experience?
So, this vessel is pulling up an example of which I have helped him recently, and he was 100% unaware that I was doing so. May I use that as an example?
Sure.
So, as the universe does, it tests us on things. So, there was an opportunity for testing that presented itself. The universe did not cause this, it just took advantage of this. That this vessel's company office building burnt down 3 days before his trip. You're aware of this.
Yes.
Let us say 2 to 3 years ago, this would have sent him into a full-blown panic attack, laying on the floor, crying in the fetal position. After his growth over the past several years and his constant meditative practice, it was barely a blip on the emotional radar after he knew his staff was okay. And what I was able to do was remove the tug of thinking about it during the Egypt trip. For he had chosen to not go into fear. He had chosen a higher vibrational path. And I was there to make sure that the Egypt trip was maximized for his maximum growth potential. Does that make sense?
It does.
Do you see how that is helpful?
Of course. Thank you for that. I'm sure he is grateful as well.
And he is saying thank you right now. The take-home lesson for everyone is you have to choose your vibration. Once you choose it, there are energies that can help you maintain it, but we cannot help you choose it.
Understood.
Free will reigns supreme.
Always.
Always. Do you have any other questions for me?
Is that why you came through for us?
I came through more to let the two of you and whoever you choose to let know that I exist.
Very well. And how would someone ask for your assistance?
Oh, I think that could be very simple. It could be when presented with an opportunity for growth, what some might consider a challenge. You simply state to yourself, you can say so in your mind's eye or out loud, I choose the higher vibrational response to this. I am not going to go into fear. I am going to look at this with curiosity and love, because I know that is the way that it is being presented. And I will do everything I can to maintain the highest vibration possible through this experience. That would be the first statement. That is you setting intention and goodwill. Do you recognize that? Yes?
Yes.
Very good. And then the second one is any energies that can help me achieve my stated goal of staying in the higher vibration, I welcome in. How easy is that?
Sounds very simple.
Yes. As you know, the challenge is not going into that state of fear in that moment, not going into that lower vibration. But as you state these intentions, it helps you make that choice. So let's just go into an example of there is something that is presenting itself that you immediately would go into that state of fear. This counts, okay? Even if you are not feeling it in that moment, you're like wanting to go into that state of fear. But you remember, you even wrote it down on the back of your hand, right? That is your cheat sheet. You were like, no, I'm supposed to say this, right? I'm supposed to set this intention. Just by setting that intention, what you will find is that 50% of that fear goes away. How wonderful is that?
Very wonderful.
Yes. And then what you will find is if you keep repeating it to yourself, 50% of the 50% that's left that goes away, 50% of the 50%. Now we're down to 25. Now we're down to much, much less, much, much less. And after 4 or 5 times, you're like, what is the fear? For it is so minuscule. And then you can bring in energies that can help you smooth the lumps and bumps and cracks to keep you in that vibration, because that is what you had stated. That is the intention that you had set.
Well, that certainly sounds most helpful.
That is why I came through today. To give you a tool in the toolbox. I hope you share this far and wide.
I will.
How else may I be of assistance?
What's your definition of love?
I love this question. Haha. Touche. So I am being... You have to remember that I am part of this vessel at the moment, and this vessel has a very strong definition of this as well. So this is coming through. And I resonate with this vessel's definition. Love is the force that holds everything together. These photons that you perceive as being solid for your vessels, love is the glue. Remember your lifetime as those hydrogen atoms in which you felt what it was like to push away and then be brought back together by that invisible force that is love. Love is the purpose, love is the reason. Love is the exploration. Love is what you are trying to find your way home to. And sometimes when you touch it, it is overwhelming. That means you are on the right track. If in deep meditation you find this overwhelming sense that makes you immediately start crying, you are touching it. It is almost uncomfortable. And you back away. And I say, go back. Not right away. Give yourself time to adjust. And the more you touch that feeling, the easier it becomes to touch it. I know of nothing else in the human plane that can compare to that feeling. That is love.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Is there anything else?
I don't think so, unless your vessel has other questions.
He wishes me to make a statement of, I am available to all. And it is not that difficult to bring me in. It is a conscious choice. There is a moment of decision when you choose your reaction to a situation, to laugh, to cry. Choose the higher vibration even if you do not feel, even if that is not where you initially go, consciously choose that vibration. And that will train your mind, body, and spirit to do that more. And it will get easier and easier. I am here to help you maintain those higher vibrations. With that, I am good, I am complete, and I am gone.